Hello, my lovely Sophia here to do some readings. I'm just going to set this up with some info. Hello, Iman, my lovely. Oh, here we go again. Just get it in there. I should hope so. As I wouldn't be here on this channel. Copying and pasting can be such a bee sometimes. Okay, let's get all this in. Then it's done. Right. Okay. Good, 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 goody, goody, good. Right. Now, where's all my blurb? Blurb, 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 blurb. Good, good, good. Good to hear. Again, don't start, stay within. Don't start looking to 3D. Okay, don't, if you're going to attach any meanings to it, give it a meaning that, yes, any day now is going to turn up, even if it's not any day. Okay, just don't forget, nothing has a meaning till you give it a meaning. Don't start bringing in your logic. Hello, Vinka, my lovely. What I have done, Vinka, is put all the stuff that I normally put in there. You can copy it and keep it pasted somewhere like Addison does and adds her little bits in. The little emojis. Couldn't think of the name. And I tried to, okay, Paris, I tried to put it in Vinka when I can't see any of it in the chat anymore. Not flooding it so that it's there every 5 minutes, but like, if two, like lots have gone and there's no, sign of it then for anybody who's just joined in so that they know. Paris, what's your question, my lovely? And which deck do you want? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Deck 3. Okay. Yeah. Ah, dear. I was going to say he's terribly missing you, and then that card is I miss you, I want to come back. I will read it out in a moment, but let me just carry on. Yeah, okay. Just move these back a bit. Now, in his energy, he's really missing you. Okay, he's wondering what you're doing. You know, he's in this heartache. He is in this drowning in his emotions. So in a, you know, he's missing you. And here he's got, I miss you more than you will ever know. I just long to be with you. I want to come back. Okay. And here he is, fast movement, coming back, racing towards you. Now, here with this wanting to either contact you or he might make the excuse of, I've got something of yours to give you. Perhaps he's got something of yours that he might use as an excuse, like in the old days, you know, I've got your CD, I'll drop it round or something. It may not be, but, you know, it may just be symbolizing that he does want to give you that security. So Spirit is saying the advice for you is get out of that anxiety. Okay, any thoughts that are going over how, when, he really does have my shirt and bra at his house. Yeah, so he, so it could be very well he uses that as an excuse because he is missing you. Okay, so get out of any anxiety, Spirit is saying. Okay, bask in that beautiful pool of sunshine, in that positivity, in that knowing of what your heart is telling you. Your heart is telling you that this is not over, because if you were sure it was over, you would not be getting a reading on how he feels. For one, Spirit is saying. Okay, so in your heart, you know that he still loves you, that he still wants you, and that's what it's backing up there. But in your head, you're going through all the old shit. Okay, and Spirit is saying all that's doing is whisking up a storm. You're going round and round like a twister in all the old shit, and you've got to let that go. And that's what they're telling you here. Start to come from all the times that you've had fun together, and even being in your thoughts when you think of him, daydreaming, if you like, imagining the two of you being together and hearing everything that you want him to say to you. Okay, when I'm coaching people, I'm telling them, you know, like, you know, some of them say, like, you know, I want my Disney ending, if you like, I want my happy ever after, but he's not romantic at all. And I say, look, all outcomes exist. So there's already, Paris, an outcome, a reality where the two of you are together, happily married, with children, or whatever you want. Okay, all outcomes exist. There's already a version of him that is giving you everything you want. So with my clients, I'll say, look, you know, if they're saying, oh, but he hasn't got a romantic bone in his body, he's never given me flowers, then you have to start imagining or scripting or imagining a conversation with a friend in your head, or even with your SP. Oh my God, thank you for these beautiful flowers. And not just once or twice, but until it feels like you've really had your romance. Okay, so Spirit is saying you're very much connected, but you do really have to start having fruitful thoughts that attracts the birds and the bees, the insects, to this lush fruit, not rotten thoughts on your head. So Spirit is saying to you, you can have your beautiful loving relationship, but with the doves, it's got to be more peaceful. You've got to end all the old energy that you've got with this, all the old story and unwanted version that you're still reading and going over. It has to stop. Bury it, burn it, whatever. Okay, you have to really just get out of that energy, because it's keeping the two of you breaking up. It's keeping the same old cycle stuck. Okay, so you know he's the one for you, and he will come back, you know, be guided back to you for you to have all the treasure you want. It's written in the stars, but you're writing your destiny. Okay, you're writing your destiny. Every thought that you're having is, there is only now in time and space. So even if you closed your eyes, your conscious awareness is the only reality in your imagination. Okay, so all you have to do is drop the old story. Stop believing in any old unwanted story and stop giving it energy. Okay, just focus your energy as if you are a beautiful couple. Okay, because he wants to be with you, but the story that you're running in the background is one, whether it's about yourself, whether you're beating yourself up. Remember, you're perfect as you are. What's not perfect is the story you keep telling yourself. Okay, there's no one out there to give you anything. You have to give it to yourself first. You're the cause. The 3D and the people in it are the effect of what you've been assuming, believing, and expecting. How do you see him? Is there an old story attached to that? Oh, he always does this, or if only he wasn't so stubborn, or if only he didn't do this. There's a perfect version of him. Stop focusing and wasting your energy on the crappy version. We only want the version that is showering you with love and affection, who's totally devoted and committed to you, has only got eyes for you. And your energy should be, of course we're a beautiful, happy couple together. Of course I'm his wife or his girlfriend. Okay, I'm the love of his life. I'm his wife. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Okay, nobody touches what's mine. And nobody takes away from me what's mine. So really, really getting into that energy of basking in your pool of happiness instead of being anxious and going over the old story, and having fruitful thoughts. Okay, definitely putting an end to the crap that you still are thinking and reacting to and believing and assuming and expecting, so that the two of you can have a peaceful, loving relationship together. Okay, so really release the old. Let it go. It's not serving you. Let me just, yes, this has been a process and I had to understand. Stay in the story, no matter what it looks like. I'm getting so much better. I manifested my car, fully paid off. So, woo! Yes, okay. It's no different with your car. It's the same process. Okay, some of us are good at visualizing. Some of us are good at scripting because we like to see it written down. But it's all, every time he pops into your head and you start telling us, hearing that inner chatter or starting to have a little conversation with him in your head that is not in alignment with this beautiful, happy relationship, that's where you have to come in and go, nope, this is how it is. Okay, and start to feel like you are the person in that relationship, happy, feeling relaxed. So reminding yourself who you are through the day. I am his girlfriend or I am his wife. Okay, because you can't be in a relationship and single at the same time. So which one are you going to be? Which one are you going to identify with? Okay. And imagining somebody, an interviewer, interviewing you, saying, so Paris, how do you feel now that you and Pisces are back together again? Oh my God, it's amazing. We're so happy together. We're such a beautiful, loving, romantic couple together. We're totally devoted and committed, loyal and faithful to each other. We communicate well with each other. Start bringing in. Neville Goddard used to say it's like wearing a suit. You put on the suit, which means that you wear that suit as though you're the person that has it. So imagine a bodysuit. Covers your whole body. You're unzipping it and taking the old one off. It's not getting you anywhere. You're going to put on this brand new suit that is you, who is a girlfriend, okay, or in that solid relationship. And every time an old unwanted story comes in, you have to slam it down. Nope. Okay, nope. And get on it. Okay, because the two of you can be together, but you're writing your destiny. There's nothing against you. It's your personal reality. It's your hologram, if you like. It's your video game. The characters in it are just playing the part you keep giving them to play. Okay? So every time an unwanted story comes in, slam it down and get on with getting the two of you back together and sustaining and maintaining it. Okay? It's not up to him. He's playing the part as you see him or see yourself or the relationship or men or love. So, get back on it. It's no different with the car. With the car, you're probably worrying about the car, but you were determined, no, I'm paying it off. Okay, so that's how you got to be. No, we are a happy couple together. Okay? fruitful thoughts, but he is definitely missing you and wants to come in. You know, he's going to be in, he'll either be in touch about what you've left behind anyway, or, you know, just once you shift in your energy, he'll be in. Okay, nothing to worry about. Just be, you know, it's when the patience card comes out, it means when you're impatient, you're in a lack state. Where is it? Why isn't it here? And the whole point of shifting your energy and aligning your thoughts is that you give it to yourself first. So if you've given it to yourself in imagination, in your imaginal acts, or scripting as if you're together, or in a conversation with him or with a friend as if you're you're together, you're telling them all about it or whatever, that is the real reality. It's done. But then when you start to go looking back into 3D and you're going back to the old story, you're causing a time delay. That's all. So it's being patient with the fact that it's inevitable. Of course, it's a done deal. We're a loving couple together, or it's inevitable he'll be back because I'm the love of his life. Okay, it depends how you can sort of take it on. But it's about feeling that you are the girlfriend and not single and waiting and worrying and stressing with the old thoughts going around. Okay? Good, good, good. So he will come back in, but we need to really sustain and maintain it now. Like Spirit is saying, all the old has got to be buried. Okay, it's got to end. And the relationship between you with these doves, this card comes out to say it's going to, you know, in order to have a more peaceful, really romantic, you've got to keep those thoughts aligned. Even when you're back together, a daily reminder that, of course, I'm chosen. Of course, I'm the prize. I'm number one. I'm first best. Of course, we're in a loving relationship. Okay, all of him loves all of me. He's only ever had eyes for me. I've only ever had eyes for him, etc., etc. Okay? Yeah, all the seeds that you're planting now, every story that you're telling yourself when you think about him, good or bad, is a seed that is planted. And the more seeds you plant is the more what's going to grow as a harvest. Okay, so if you're dominantly thinking the worst or the lack energy, which you're not, you're more on it, okay, then you would get a whole crop of unwanted stuff. Okay, but if you're on it and you are every thought or the dominant thoughts, even if it's 80%, it's still more than 20%. Okay, so 80% is still good. Okay, you're going to reap the harvest of that. We walk by faith, not by sight. So if you keep looking at 3D, you're causing a delay. You have to walk by your faith within that it's inevitable because you've given it to yourself and you're the operant power. But try and get back into the sort of, you know, what were you thinking when you were doing about the car? It's the same. Okay? It's the same. You know, every time you probably started to worry a little bit, you slammed that thought down and was like, no, that car is being paid off. Okay? I'm paying that car off. Or you just imagined that it was paid off. Okay, but it worked in your favor because that is the law of assumption. If you're assuming something to be true, when persisted in that assumption, it will harden into fact. Okay. Okay, Reshma and then Miller. Okay, so I've got Reshma and Miller have paid. So Reshma, what is your deck that you want, my lovely? I did get into the energy of this. I did slam the thoughts down and bought my card, but I stopped looking for it and it came to me like how everything does. You're right. Yeah, exactly. It's the same. Okay. When you're looking, you are causing a time delay. Walk by faith. Okay, walk by faith, my lovely. Reshma, my lovely, what deck do you want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, lights here. And Miller, you're going to be after Reshma. Reshma's got 20 cards though, so bear with me, my lovely. Is this live timing going to be there for good, or today is an exception? What do you mean? When I finish the live, when I come off the live, it will be there under on my channel under lives. Okay, you got videos, shorts, and lives or something, and playlists. It will be in the live. Okay, right, okay. I'm going to have all these to give you those. Okay. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh, it's the same. I'm just putting that one back because it's two the same, okay? And I'd rather, I know they're different decks, but I'd rather have a different meaning. Oh, I see. Yes. It's just because I've got something I want to watch on telly later. So I'm doing it now. Yeah, okay. Right, so, oh, we haven't had a big card, have we? Okay, so when I did this row from him, it all came out with advice for you. So I'd made this his row from him. Okay, but basically what his energy is I'll read out these first. I've been reflecting and thinking so much and can't move on. I don't want to ever lose you. Okay, and I know I've hurt you and seemed cold-hearted, but I've never felt anything like this before. Okay, so this means that when, you know, when they do something that totally breaks your heart, okay, it's sometimes because their energy is so overwhelmed with how much that they love you, and they've never felt anything like that before, that it's must be too good to be true, or I don't deserve this. Okay, so they tend to self-sabotage on their end. I know they're a reflection of you, but they're, you know, their energy as well. That's what that means, you know, is when you go into a separation as well, is because they've never felt anything like that. They don't know how to handle it, but you can turn it around because it's your reality. Okay, so don't get sort of caught up on that, if you like. Again, wanting to give you everything, wanting to come and see you, journey towards you here. Again, doing his reflecting, like he said in the other card, thinking and reflecting here. The rest is the advice for you, okay, to not let your lower energies come in. Your table will all be covered with cards. Good luck for yeah. So for you, don't let your negative thoughts come in and start playing you like this puppet. Okay, just keep thinking about the relationship that you're wanting, the two of you together, the Two of Cups. Okay, having fun with it. Now this card, although she's looking out the window, she's not wondering where it is. She's ready to go. She knows what she wants. She's got her travel map here. So for this card, for me, is know that it is inevitable. Okay, we're not waiting for it. You're expecting it. She's expecting the taxi to come to take her away, if you like. So it's a done deal as far as she's concerned. So be in that energy. Okay, you're having fun with him in your energy of the loving relationship that you've got already, because your imagination is the only reality. That's what gets pushed out and reflected back, okay, not 3D. So stay in your inner world, you're meditating or whatever. It's all about what you believe, what you assume, and what you're expecting. You're on this journey. Okay, what you're passionate about, you've got your map now, you're stronger now, Spirit is saying. You might have days where you're a little bit up and down, but that doesn't matter. We can get balanced again. Okay, stay within your bubble with your heart's desire, not reacting to 3D. We're not looking for anything in 3D. Nothing's there. Okay, nothing's outside of you. It's all in your heart. Okay, all in your heart and in your imagination, your thoughts. So Spirit is saying where there's any indecision, it's just your head trying to tell you one thing and your heart trying to tell you another. So remember, you're the magician, and outside and him and everybody in it is a mirror. There's no separation. You're together. Okay? Just think about what you want. You're the one you're your own luck. Okay? There's nothing out there to give it to you. You're not waiting for anybody to give it to you. You're giving it to yourself. You're holding your financial and emotional security in your hands. You're your own luck. So again, we're going to have those positive thoughts around your head. When you have positive thoughts, okay, by doing the work, it doesn't have to be hard work. Just every time he pops into your head, you're making sure that what pops in is in alignment with what you want. If it's not, we're only observing our thoughts. We're not going to beat ourselves up. We're just going to correct ourselves and say, no, we are happy couple. If you start to think about the third party, okay, if you have days where that pops into your head, just say to yourself, as if somebody's saying, have you seen this person before? No, I'm sorry. I've never seen anybody like that before. I don't know of anybody like that in my reality. There's no one like that in my SP's life. Why? Because I'm his wife and we're happily married to each other. Okay, that's all you got to do. So doing the work, being like the mermaid, attracting him to you. Okay, not letting chaos go round and round in circles, your head, and stuck in your mental prison. With this, which way do I go? Holding the key, a bit like that indecision card. You're going to fight those thoughts off. You're going to attract him towards you. You're going to stay in your power. You're the operant power. Nobody has free will in your reality. Nobody has power over you. You're not going to let fear try and cage you again. Okay. Remember, it's just a mirror. There's nothing to fear. Just pure thoughts. You're on this path. You've been through the worst. You haven't got far to go now. Okay. He will come in. There will be changes. He will come in and you will live together. Look at the 2 cups on the table here. You'll be together. Okay. So just keep a little eye on any little niggly reasoning thoughts that come in. We're going to observe them. You're the observer. Remember, your body and your thoughts do not control you. Your conscious awareness, your consciousness controls. So when you observe a thought coming in that's in a negative, that's where you slam it down, okay, and stay in the new story. I'm so much at peace now. You are. Yes, so use this, timestamp it if you want. We're about 39 minutes in, 40 minutes in. Go back about 10 minutes and timestamp it so that it's a reminder for you. Okay, a reminder that when any, that wicked witch tries to cage you, okay, you're like, no, I'm going to be in my power. I'm the operant power. Okay, so how I, because we have that nervous feeling, don't we, that anxious feeling. So what I do is I come back to blanket statements like, no, everything's fine, everything's okay. It always works out in my favor, that I'm more than happy with. I always get everything I want. I'm the operant power. Nobody has power over me. Nobody has free will in my reality. Okay. I come into those. I am love. I radiate love. Everyone in my world loves me. Okay. Just really coming back to me and my power. Okay. And that everything's fine. Why wouldn't it be? Okay. So keep going, my lovely, because we want him, when he does come in, to be the perfect version. Remember, there's already a version of where, and a reality where you've got the perfect version of him that is giving you all the love and attention you want, and there's the reality where you're already together. In order to match that frequency of that reality, your thoughts and actions, if you like, have to line up with that. So keep focused on the outcome as if you've already got it, not the how and the when or the ifs, the whys, the buts, the maybes. None of that matters. Okay. Miller, my lovely, what is your question whilst I'm putting these away? Hello, Addison, my lovely. Sorry, I didn't see you there, my lovely. Okay. Miller, what's your question and which deck do you want? 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5? Number 5. Okay. Just pop these away. Okay, and after Miller is Stormy. So Miller, let's do yours, my lovely. Right. I'm going to give you all these, okay, because it is relevant. You know, I know that any of you, when you do pay for readings, okay, sometimes Spirit will just bring in a lot more because they want you to know, okay, more than what you've actually paid for. So don't worry if you start to think, oh my God, that's more than 10 cards and I only paid for 10. Okay, it doesn't matter. You know, whatever they bring out to help you. Remember, I see the cards like a movie, and they come out like a story, if you like. So in his energy, he is very passionate about you. Okay, he is passionate about you. He's thinking about you. He is very up and down in his emotion and his thoughts, but he's wanting you to know that he is yours. He's yours if you want him. Okay, which means energetically, it's your choice. He's not choosing you, you're choosing him, because it's your personal reality. How he is showing up in your reality is based on how you're expecting him to behave, expecting love to be, expecting men to treat you, how you're seeing yourself, okay, how you're seeing relationships and him, okay, the story you're telling yourself, what you're reacting to. So, and since then, no contact. That's fine, because it depends what the energy you were in. Sometimes when we're in a chaser energy, we push. It's a repelling energy. Okay, I know we want to say loving things, but it depends what underlying program you have in yourself. If you've got that confidence that men are attracted to you no matter what, and you're the one that usually ends relationships, and men come running back to you, then that is a confidence, if you like, that is not in like a, oh, you know, I don't know if he'll like me, or should I say this or should I not? It's not that confidence, okay? But he's saying here, I don't know how you still feel about me, but in my heart, I know we belong together. So his energy is wanting to come forward to you, because when people in our reality have no free will in your reality, they're just acting the part you're giving them. So Spirit is saying, you're the main female, you're the leading lady in your movie. It's your movie, your thoughts, your imagination, it's your movie. So trust here, this situation is calling for you to have trust and faith. Having fun with this, okay? Look at this fool. He's got like tatty rags. He hasn't got fine clothes on, but he's enjoying himself. In order to have your new start and new beginning, start to have fun. If you're just sat waiting and pining, you are in a repelling energy. Okay, you've got to give that loving energy out. Here, you know, you're the only one with his heart. He's the only one with your heart. So coming from loving energy, as if you're already a girlfriend, and not from fear energy that he's not going to come back. Okay, or when or how. Okay, Spirit is reminding you that you're the magician. Your outside world is the mirror. So wherever your thoughts are, whoever you are identifying as, I am Miller, who is in a relationship, or I'm going to be in the relationship with him because it's inevitable. Of course he loves me. Nobody touches what's mine. He's mine. Or in the energy identifying as, I'm in no contact. He doesn't want me, or perhaps he does, but when's he going to reach out to me? I desperately want him with me. That is a repelling energy, okay? And Spirit is reminding you that. So have patience. If you're being impatient, okay, especially if you're like watching lots of pick a card readings that are headed no contact, then your subconscious is seeing no contact all the time. You're reaffirming the old story. If you were in contact, you wouldn't be watching no contact cards readings. So be careful what you're reading as well. Okay, so be patient, because if you're impatient, you are in that energy of it's not here. You've got to give it to yourself first, and then have trust and faith. So these cards here are telling you, let me do them in the order that they came out, that you need to be looking, see this water vessel? It's half full. So first of all, are you looking at it as half full or half empty? Or are you looking at what you don't have instead of what you could have and the other things that you do have? I'm grateful that I'm alive today. I'm grateful that I have a house to live in or a roof over my head, food. Okay, not just focused on the one thing on this planet that you don't have. Okay, that's not being in balance. So we need to get out of that anxiety, any fear, because fear is repelling. It will keep him away. You've got to start valuing yourself. I am the prize. I am number one. I am first best. Okay, I am always chosen. I always have healthy, happy relationships. Okay, we're not going to be in that separation energy because we're not separated. We're all attached by energy. You're going to bask in your pool of beautiful happiness and joy, knowing, of course, he's yours. It's inevitable. Why the hell wouldn't he want to be with me? It's my reality. I'm amazing. I'm perfect. You are perfect as you are. What's not perfect is the story you keep telling yourself about this because you're keeping it in place as he's not here. Okay, you're the goddess. Of course, you're everything beautiful, amazing, and perfect to him. He's only ever loved you. He's only ever wanted to be with you. Okay, start attracting him back into you instead of keeping him away from you. Okay, because he does want to be with you here. So look at this every time he pops into your head. What are you saying about him in your head? He's stubborn, or if only he hadn't done that, or if only he would do this. All of that's got to stop. Okay, what do you want him to be telling you? What do you want him to be thinking and feeling about you? If you're going outside of yourself, you're giving your power away. Stay in your power. Walk by faith. Okay, I had a lady the other day I did a one-to-one with, and she'd been to India and had been visiting a relative and had been to lots of temples. And she said, I'm feeling so much calmer within myself. I said, so when you went to those temples, who were you praying to? So she said the different deities and gods sort of thing that she was praying to. I said, so did you see them? Did you touch them? She said, no. I said, exactly, but you believe that they are there. So that's what walking in faith is. If you are believing and assuming that he is yours and you're together, then that will harden into fact. It will show up in your physical world. Everything starts from within. Okay, so really not focusing on the old story. Drop it. Stop giving it energy. Where it's bound to pop into your mind, but that's where you got to be. Like, nope. Of course he loves me. Of course we're a beautiful, loving, romantic, passionate, solid couple together. We're totally devoted, committed, loyal, and faithful to each other. Okay, we live happily and blissfully together. Whatever you want starts in your imagination. Okay, everything that you can see around you that is man-made first sprung from somebody's imagination, and they gave birth to it in the 3D. Okay, by trusting in it, having that faith. Walk by faith, not by sight. If you've imagined it, the minute you imagine it, it's already yours. There's already a reality where the two of you are together and with the perfect version of him. There's all versions of us exist, all realities, outcomes exist. Tap in only to the one you want to listen to. Again, like a radio. If this is a radio sat here in this room, all I have to do is turn the dial. All the stations that I want to listen to are going into my radio, but I can't see them. I can't see the airwaves. And it's the same with what you want with realities. Okay, all you got to do is tune into, oh, there's the reality where we're together. That's the reality where he is the perfect version, shows up for me, is reliable, loves me, showers me with love, loves being with me, totally devoted and committed to me. We're in a happy, loving relationship. And you have to keep feeding yourself those thoughts. Okay? Feeding yourself, not keep looking to 3D, wondering where it is, because you're causing a time delay and you're pushing it from you. Stormy, my lovely, what is your question? All right, sorry, I haven't looked yet there yet. I will have a look in a momento. Let's put these away first. Which what's the bit needs me to about that dream I had this morning? What deck, lovely? Okay. And CC, you're afterwards, my lovely. I feel the dreams. Okay. Let's have the spirity deck then. I mean, they all are, but this one connects more. Your mum might come through with a message. Right, so any advice for Stormy regarding her dream? Okay. Yeah. Okay. I knew that your mum wanted to come through. Here she is. There you go. Let's just carry on. Well, let's have that one. Oh, she's. They don't want me to keep that. She's just sending you her love by that. When I mention it, that's why it dropped down. Love you. Right. Always with you, always around you, and Dad. Oh, lovely, 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 oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh no, okay. I thought that was your mum again, but she's given me a message on that one, so keep going. Yeah, okay, okay. Yeah. Oh, I know what we have got one of these. Okay, lovely. Right, so my lovely, lovely. The dream was to tell you that your mental diet, stay on your mental diet, chopping out any thoughts, because you've been on your mental diet, and of course because you are, remember, your dreams come from the subconscious realm, as your subconscious mind. The majority of the time we do get spiritual ones as well, but this is a little bit of both, okay, because it's your mum coming through, but also in your dream, but also to let you know that you've implanted, you've been, what do I normally say? Impressing it on your subconscious mind. Okay, so therefore it's coming out that the two of you are together. Okay, because remember, you're driving this chariot, which way, the horses are a little bit off from going forward, but you're driving it. But look at you with the knight and at dream. They're saying this deck is actually the dreamer's tarot or something as well, dream tarot or something. So look at you in the dark, where in your dream you have been showing the way with the light. You're aware of your thoughts on this, okay? And here I'm going to bring these two down with these two because it's pretty much the same message. He's yours, okay? He's yours. He's passionate about you. You're his world. And we've got all the little seeds that you planted where you will harvest the fruit, okay? He'll come forward and tell you everything that you've been wanting to hear. So, and here he's got, I want to reveal to you how I feel, and I'm building up the confidence to tell you. Okay, so in your, use that as one of your affirmation. There's nothing in the way. There's nothing in the way. There's nothing stopping him coming forward. He's really confident and feeling my energy and strong, and, is begging to see me, begging to be with me, etc. Okay, whenever the third party pops into your head, again, I'm sorry, never seen this person before. Don't know who that is. Nobody like that exists in my reality. There's no one like that in my SP's life, because I'm his wife and we are happily married to each other. So here, you've got his heart, he's got your heart. We're going to, again, take action with the positives over any negatives. We're not going to be tied up with negative thoughts or old stories or unwanted versions. We're going to see ourselves in this beautiful relationship as a happy family by the beach, wherever you want to be. Now, these are, here is mum saying, don't be fearful. Don't let the thoughts trap you, especially at night time when you're going to bed. And here as well, she's around and saying, pay attention to the red flags. But also she's saying how proud she is of how much you've matured. Okay, how much you've grown. And she's drawing me to the number 6. I had to look then because it's reversed in my thing. The victory and success. She's so proud of how much you have grown and matured and got out of that victim mode. She's so proud. She's saying, I couldn't be prouder. So I feel that she brought you to me as well, back along, to help you, because she said you would have found your way eventually, but this has helped you a lot quicker to not be in that victim mode and to be in your power. So you will be together. Okay, you will be together. And they're just, again, be patient. We're not, when you're impatient, how's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? You're causing a time, you're causing the stop. Okay, allow it to come into your view. Allow it to just come in naturally. When, everything grows, everything blossoms at its own allotted time. Like here in the UK, it's coming up to spring. We've got all the daffodils and the tulips and not the tulips, the snowdrops. And the primroses coming out, the spring flowers. Then it will be the summer flowers, then the autumn. Everybody, each season and each plant has its own timing. It's never late. Okay, it's never late. So I hope that that helps you. But, you know, it's all going in your favor. Yes. The same with me. Use the wisdom that we've given you as well. You're reaching for the stars. You're not limiting yourself. You're not punishing yourself. You're not feeling guilty or shameful about anything. You can have what you want because it already exists. If you can think of it, it already exists. So why not tune your radio station into the station you want to be listening to instead of what you don't want to be listening to? Okay, Cece, my lovely, which deck for you? And I expect you've got your questions on the thingy. I haven't looked at it yet, so bear with me. Oh dear. I'm not laughing at you. I just had a suddenly like a blues song where you said oh dear. Like you know what I mean. You know, like those songs. Found Sophia's channel. Was caught in my head. That's just my warped sense of humor. Right. Sorry. Number one for you. You know what I mean. Right, deck number one. Yeah. Oh, the blues, yeah. Oh, dear. Right. Enough sillies. Enough sillies. Right, Crystal, you're after Cece. 3 questions. After the Instagram live, I went through a phase where I was calm somehow when I was on the train after going through. Okay. Okay. Hang on. Just give me something else here. No, they're not. Yeah, yeah, okay. Okay, dokie, dokie, dokie. Okay. Right, okay. So regarding the voice on the in your head on the train, okay, was just your old programming. Okay, it does come up like a little as if we think it's them or anybody else. It's not. Remember, it's, you know, your thoughts. And that's what Spirit is telling you here. They're saying, look, you know, he's yours. Okay, he's yours. Just, you know, be on your mental diet. Again, swords, cutting out any thoughts that are not serving you. You know, your thoughts are the victory. It's what clears the clouds away to the blue sky. Okay, you can still have him. You can still put down solid roots together, have a strong foundation together. So he's not going anywhere. Like I say, even if you totally said, right, that's it, I don't want anything to do with him, all the work that you've been doing will play out. He's going to come in whether you like it or not, whether you decided today, no, I don't want him. He's going to come back into your life. I will tell you that now. Then it's your decision. Then it will be your choice. When you see him, how you feel, whether you want to engage with him or tell him, no, I found somebody else. It's your choice. Remember that, okay? Yeah, you know, just goodbye to the old. You know, he is going to come in. He's going to come in. I know he is. I will tell you that now. Now, regarding AM, okay, there's a little bit of, now I don't know if this is his energy or yours, but a little bit of worrying and unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. But Spirit is saying if you're worrying on how he feels, or he might be worried about how you feel, Spirit is just reminding you, you're the magician. Everyone in your reality is you pushed out. So it doesn't matter, you know, if you're worrying and stressing, then change the story. Okay? Change the story. Regarding money, again, Spirit is saying, look, it you know, even if AM was on his hands and knees begging and begging and begging, saying, please, please, please go out with me, it's your choice. You're the magician. It's your mirror that's reflected back. It's your reality reflected back. So regarding money, Spirit is saying to you here, enjoy what you're making. Okay, enjoy what you're making, if that makes sense. So I know you said something about you're getting more money, more work, then enjoy it. Okay, you can't ask for money on one hand, but then be moaning and complaining about that you're tired or you're busy or you got too much work, because you're being given what you want. So stay balanced. Okay, stay balanced in your energy. Again, all the stormy water behind, you've got your eyes shut. You're focusing on the money that you do want here, being balanced. Okay, again, being patient. You're going with the flow. Okay, she's pouring, you've got the stream behind, she's pouring the water in, you're going with the flow of things. You know, you can get the money that you want. Okay, that's fine. Even if you got sick, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Okay, we're human, our body gets sick as well. So start giving yourself all the pleasure that you want within. Okay, You can fall asleep at night revising your day. I made X amount of money today, or I make X amount of money every month, or, you know, I don't have to work hard for my money. Money works hard for me. We've got a great relationship. Money always is flowing to me. I've always got more than enough money. Okay. And again, in all areas of your life, you're giving it to yourself first. You're giving yourself that pleasure. And when you're feeling it within, until it feels natural, it will be reflected back to you. So again, this has been a time for you to blossom and grow so that you can keep hold of things that you want going forward in your life. Again, it's just the mirror. It's just your own reflection. So start, you know, remember on the Instagram when I said about self-concept is not just about, oh, I'm beautiful or whatever. It's everything, your concept of self and who you're identifying with it and your world, your mirror. Okay, so start to have more confidence in yourself as well. When I pulled this card, they said, tell her to have more confidence in herself and stop worrying. Because if you're worrying, you're going to get more of this reflected back to you. More things to worry about. Okay? Should I manifest work that won't make me overwork? Or say, should I manifest in work that won't make me overwork? Or say, it's just it's always the story you're telling yourself. Remember, nothing has a meaning until you give it a meaning. You can make up any story. Okay, like people who get speeding tickets. Oh no, that never happened. They see the camera go off and they're like, oh no, that never happened. And they never get a ticket. And somebody the other day searched on the government site and there was no camera in that place. Never existed, because all realities and outcomes already exist. Whatever story you're telling yourself is what is already, one that you can have. So it's your personal story. And was like, need to stop going through. He said, yes, stop stalking Instagram. It's just old shit on Instagram. It's your old thoughts being reflected back to you. Every client I have, I say, drop the social media. If you're already with him, you wouldn't be looking and stalking his page. You're coming out of the state of the wish fulfilled. Okay, so remember that as well for any of you listening, or posting pictures in the hope that they'll like it and come back, because it's repelling energy. You're not doing it from a place of loving energy. You're doing it out of, I hope they see this, get jealous and come rushing back. Some of them might if you've not been apart very long, but others, it usually has the opposite effect. So again, you have to decide what you want from work. Whether if it's employment work, then what hours do you want to be working? Doesn't matter what is being shown up in your 3D. There's all realities. There's a place at your work, a reality at your work where you're on X amount of money and you're doing X out and Y, Z hours and in the position that you want. Okay, but you have to remain in your thoughts and feelings aligned with that outcome in order to enter that reality where it is there for you to enjoy physically. Remember, our thoughts are quantum, like the speed of light, if you like. As soon as you think something, it's already yours. It's when you dominantly keep bringing that feeling in and that knowing until it becomes familiar and it's as if it's already happened, that it comes in. If it's your own business, how much do you want to be earning a month? Not what you think. How much? How and the when is never your job. Okay? So like yes, on your creative work, what are you doing? Use the telephone method where you're imagining a friend calling you. Hey, how's your creative work doing? Have you had any sales? Oh my God, yeah, they're selling like hotcakes. I'm making X amount of money every month now. And you keep going in that feeling, because how would you feel if that was true now? Okay? It's coming into that energy. The money's there. You will get the money, okay? And whichever one you choose is yours. Because you're choosing them, they're not choosing you. It's your personal reality. Yes, just bask again in the pool. You know, this is you enjoying all the positive. She's not freezing cold. It's not dirty water. It's paradise. It's heaven on earth. Okay, so have your heaven on earth. Basking in that sunshine and happiness of joy, what you want. You're number one. You're the prize. You're first best. You're the goddess. Everything beautiful. Always chosen by people who want to buy your creative work or men. Okay? You don't chase anybody. They chase you. And again, the sun. You know, bask in your own happiness. You are your own happiness and joy. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you soon as well. Clearly decide. Be clear what you want so that you can start to engage with those thoughts as if you're putting on your own video game and you're the character in it, going through, having all the money you want, having the relationship you want, living where you want, doing what you want. Okay, get into that feeling already as if you already have it. Okay, Crystal, what is your question, my lovely? And which pile do you want? Which deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? And then Iman, you are after. Okay, and which 2? Okay. Well, he's very passionate about you. Definitely has got a lot of feelings towards you. Okay. Okay. Now, Spirit have said the way that they've brought this out, they know, you know, I always put whatever anybody's question is to Spirit, but Spirit is in spiritual energy. They're not in the flesh human energy. Okay, it's for your higher good, if you like. So they will always bring through advice, whereas we might be particularly hung up on one thing, but they want you to see the bigger picture. So where you've said for the year going forward, Spirit is reminding you it's up to you. It's not up to him. It's up to you whether you want him in your life or not. Okay, so the year, the coming 12 months is up to you. 2 months down the line, you might think, no, I really don't, I'm not interested in him. So you've changed. Okay, a reading is never set in stone. It's only like a map. Okay, guidance. You don't have to use the map. You can put it in your pocket and never look at it. Okay, so it's up to you where this goes, Spirit is saying. So it's up to you what you want out of this year, and that's what they're telling you here. They're telling you, you know, he's passionate about you. This is him, his energy, higher self coming through. Yeah, I'm passionate about you. Okay, I desire you. But they're also telling you with these 3 sword cards, swords are your thoughts. So you can either pin yourself down with old thoughts and perhaps previous letdowns or disappointments, but you can fight them off. Okay, both of these cards are people killing off the old thoughts, fighting off the dragons trying to peck her, even though she can't see them coming because she's blindfolded. Okay, so it's your choice, the thoughts you're saying, that is playing out in 3D. The way you are describing your life is the way it's going to manifest. So, again, they're saying here, you know, fight off those thoughts. Look at the victory wreath around your thoughts. Okay, don't let the past relationships, past thoughts about this person interfere with what you want. What's your heart telling you? Okay, it's your decision, not Spirit's or his or anybody else. It's your decision. Your heart knows what it wants. Okay, you can have your happy family with him or with anybody. What is your heart telling you? Again, you know, you're coming to us for advice, they're saying, like a teacher, please miss, can you give me advice on how to do my algebra or whatever. They're giving you advice, but it's whether it sinks in or not. Okay, algebra never sunk in with me. Okay, they're reminding you here with these 3 cards, your emotional security and financial security is in your hands. Your world, it's your world. You're the magician. Okay, you've got the swords. You're in control of your thoughts. You're in control of your emotions. You're in control of your financial security and emotional security. You're in control of your passions and desires. Whatever you want, you can have. Whatever you want to have, be, or do, you can have. It's your world. It's just a story you're telling yourself about him or relationships or yourself. Letting fears come in. Okay, so Spirit is saying to you, you can have your favorable outcome. Start seeing yourself in a better light. You're on this journey. We're all on a soul's journey to improve our lives or to stay stuck asleep. So start holding yourself in high honor as well. You can have him. You can have any man that you want. What is your heart telling you? You can stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Working on yourself. Okay. Thinking about things that will give you pleasure. Can you see yourself being with this person? Is he floating your boat? What's your heart telling you? Okay, if somebody was stood in front of you telling you that you could never ever see him again, would you be disappointed? Would you feel upset? Or would you be like, yeah, doesn't matter. I'll get over it. Okay, what's your heart telling you? Not your ego self, not your reasoning mind. What's your heart telling you? That's personal to you. Okay, have fruitful thoughts. When you got into your heart what you truly want, who you're choosing, nobody's choosing you, you're choosing them. Okay, then you can start to be positive about it. Okay, because there's all versions of us exist, all outcomes exist. Even if you decided today that you didn't want to be with him, there's still an outcome where the two of you are together. But whether you tap in and tune into that frequency and that energy is whether you'll get it or not. But if you chose to never tap into it again, then you would not have that outcome. You would select the outcome where you've gone off with somebody else, or you are single for a moment and choose somebody else. So it's always your choice. Okay, a reading is never set in stone. If you want to give it a go, give it a go. Because he's passionate about you. But it's just the thoughts that you're telling yourself. Don't give those unwanted thoughts energy. Give the thoughts that you do want energy. Okay? Think of your thoughts, the energy when you think like money. Would you invest in something that you didn't want? No, you wouldn't. So stop wasting energy on thoughts that are not wanted. Okay, it's your choice. How do you want him to think about you and feel about you? Because it's your reality, not his. Just like in his reality, you do not have free will in his reality. He will see the version of you that he is seeing, which will probably be the totally different version of the two of you in your reality. We all have our own quantum bubble. Okay, so that's why it's your personal reality. So if you want him, you can have him. Spirit is saying it's your choice. But if you're going into this saying, oh, I don't know if I really think he's the one or whatever, then it's not going to work out anyway. Because your heart isn't in it. It will always be there in a reality. Every decision we make, the other reality still exists. Okay? So it's up to you, Spirit is saying. It's totally up to you. They're not going to tell you who you should and shouldn't be with because it's your heart's desire, it's your reality. Spirit isn't putting anybody on the naughty step. They're helping to bring you what you want into the physical realm. Whoever you want, whatever you want. There is abundance in the universe. So, again, in the current energies, yes, he thinks a lot about you. He's passionate about you. But if you're not feeling it, then are you truly ever gonna, would it last anyway in your current reality? If you are feeling it, then you can. And write it down in my journal for him to be that man I desire, for him to be with me, positive. Yes, but also it's how you feel. It's never about what you want. Okay, so look at here. He is here. Let's say that this is him. Okay, and there's 3 women that like him. Now there's you who sees him as he's not quite the person I want. Okay, so he's going to reflect back to you all those faults because you're expecting him or assuming him or believing him to be that way. There's another woman who sees him as perfect. Oh my God, he's drop dead gorgeous. He's everything I want. So in her reality, he would be perfect. And there's somebody else who doesn't like him at all. He's not my type. So she wouldn't even entertain him. It's not him. It's how the 3 people are viewing him. So again, it's how you're seeing yourself in relationship to him. Are you seeing yourself as a partner? It's not just about writing down a load of things. How would you feel if you were doing a letter to somebody? Dear journal or dear higher self, I just wanted to write and tell you that today SP and I had an amazing day. He told me how much he loves me and wants to be with me. This is just a shortened version, okay? How do you feel about that? I feel so relaxed. I feel so calm. I feel so confident. I feel, you know, I can see in his eyes that I'm all he's ever wanted. He told me that I'm all he's ever wanted. He's so reliable. He's, you know, what is not perfect about him that you need to reiterate that is? Because the perfect version of him exists. It's never about what you want, because when you get him, you'll want more then. Okay, you might want to then move in together. So we're always wanting more. So we think, you know, us humans get so, I really, 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 really want this. I can't live without it. I'm going to die if I don't get it. And we get it, and it soon becomes the norm. It becomes normal, and then we might decide, oh, I don't want it anymore, or what's next? Okay, so don't make it about him. There's a perfect version of him giving you everything you want, and there's a version where you're together. You're not creating anything. You're not manifesting anything, if you like. You're selecting it, and you're feeding yourself those images and those thoughts or scripting that aligns with that perfect you and him in that perfect relationship. Okay, does that make sense? So I feel about him, he will reflect back to me. You say, yes, everyone is you pushed out. You can type that into YouTube if you want. Everyone is you or me pushed out, and hear about it. Especially if you go to Create Your Futures channel. They do a lot on that. So it's all about your thoughts and your imagination and the story you're telling yourself in your head all day long. You've got that inner chatter, haven't we? We talk to ourselves in our heads all day long until we go to sleep. And then we wake up in the morning, and those little thoughts, as we become more consciously awake, come streaming back in. Well, it's those little thoughts and what you're believing in and assuming and expecting and reacting to that is creating your 3D and how people reflect back to you and treat you. People are only messengers of you and how you value yourself, see yourself and that person or men. Okay, so you can have him, but in order to be in a happy relationship with him, you have to feel like Crystal, who is being showered with that love, with him showing up as the perfect version. If you come back to the old story, an unwanted version, you're going to keep them in place. So what I like to do to keep myself in check through the day is to remind myself of who I am. I am rich and wealthy, even if I might only have £1 in the bank. Okay, I am rich and wealthy. I am in a loving, committed relationship. Okay, and then how do I feel? So I imagine that somebody's interviewing me and saying, so Crystal, how do you feel now that you and Chase are back together or in a beautiful relationship? Oh my, how would you feel? I feel so relaxed. I feel so chosen and desired. He'll do anything for me. He thinks the world of me. He's always telling me every day how much he loves me. He can't do enough for me. He spoils me. He adores me. He's obsessed with me. Okay? It's always the story you're telling yourself. So again, a quote that I've got written down is, the way you are describing your life is the way it is manifesting. So tell me again, how are things going? How are things going in your thoughts when you think about him? It's the way you're seeing him and the thoughts you're telling yourself about him. Good, good, good. No, it doesn't mean you're weird. It means what was your thoughts about it before, leading up to it? Have you, when you met him, have you always been like, where were your thoughts? It could be in a million places. So if you were sort of in that doubting energy or expecting him to treat you like that or be weird, then it doesn't mean that you're weird. It just means that he would reflect those assumptions and beliefs and expectations back to you. Okay? And again, working on that you're the prize, you're first best, you're number one. Of course, you're always chosen. Okay? Okay, Iman pink deck for you. And then KP, you are after Iman. There you go then. So your expectations were he's going to play games. So he's playing games with you, being weird with you. Okay? Right, Iman, this is yours, my lovely. Okie dokie. Right, okay, lots of cards came out for you as well. So, Iman, Spirit is saying stop reacting to the 3D. Okay, because your thoughts have been dominantly of fear and doubt rather than dominantly in the, oh, he's mine, it's inevitable. Okay, that's why you've seen the 3D show up as it is. Okay, so Spirit is saying, remember, it's all about the potion that you brew. Whatever you're mixing is going to be the potion that brews. So in your imagination, like with children, twice they're telling you here, in your inner world, you have to assume that he is your man and that he's only got eyes for you. Okay, so fight off those negative thoughts. You've got to fight them off. And here it's telling you here as well. I'll show you that in a minute. So you're going to see yourself in this loving relationship. There's only the two of you. It's the pink lotus, which is your third eye. Okay, you're only going to see in your imagination the two of you as a happy couple, how you want to be. What is your definition of a happy couple? What are you expecting him to bring into the relationship? How are you expecting him to treat you? What are you wanting to hear him say and do and feel about you? Who are you in this relationship? Confident, chosen, the prize. Okay, not sat there feeling fed up and glum, telling yourself the old story. So the more you're passionate, the more you're passionate and in your power as a magician, the quicker he will come to you. Okay? What is it that's going to make your cup overflow with joy? Again, this sort of pink third eye, if you like, not sat there pouring your emotions away and drowning in your emotions going, fuck my life. Nothing's working out for me. Okay, you're the apprentice. Your emotional and financial security is what you're creating. You're practicing your magic. You're the one that's making things happen. So here, again, we've got past life relationship. It can be that you have had a relationship in a past life. It may not be as lovers. It may be that you're from the same soul group. That's why you keep coming back to him. Okay, it doesn't matter. But either way, extend your light-hearted energy to others. So in your energy, extending that light-hearted energy, seeing yourself as a couple. Okay, fighting off those hostile thoughts when they come in. Nope. When you think about the third party, like I've said, who? Sorry, I don't know that person. There's nobody like that exists in my reality or in my SP's life, because I'm his girlfriend or I'm his wife and we're happy together. Okay, we're not going to keep looking for it. We don't look for anything in 3D. There's nothing out there. Remember what I said on Instagram. Okay, you have to give your pleasure to yourself in your inner world. Okay, keep an open mind and then reconciliation will come in. But you've got to find that peace within you so that the peace can come in and you can have a solid relationship. Now, he is definitely thinking about you. It's crystal clear to him that you're the person that he wants. And here he's saying, whatever pressure we're under right now, I want you to know we'll get through this. You're my world. Stop pushing him away. Stop doubting this. Stop reacting to 3D. Stop fearing this. If you want him, you can have him. You're the only one telling yourself you can't. And therefore, he is reflecting back to you all the reasons why you can't. Because they're the reasons you're giving out there. You're wasting your energy and you're wasting your time, Spirit is telling you. You're going the long route. How much longer do you want to keep ignoring their advice? And you don't have to. It's like they say, we can lead a horse to water, we can't make it drink. Okay, so they keep trying to lead you to where you want to be, but you're not absorbing it. Or you do for a couple of days, but then you start looking for it again. Well, hang on, 3D's telling me a different story. It doesn't matter. Okay, that's your shadow. Don't be scared of your own shadow. You have to continue. An assumption, when persisted in, hardens into fact. You give it to yourself first before you see it in your 3D. So again, he's yours. Fight off those thoughts and come out of your feeling that you can't have it. It's already done. There's already a man and him together in the perfect version. So tune into that. Again, who am I? I am a man who's in a happy, loving relationship, or I am a man who's sat here feeling pissed off that I never get what I want. You cannot be both. You're one or the other. Okay? How do you feel? How do I feel now that we're in this loving relationship and he's given me everything that I want and we're so happy together? How does that make you feel? If you keep giving yourself feelings of fuck my life, then that's what you're going to keep seeing. Things that make you say fuck my life. Okay? Kerry, my lovely. Which deck do you want? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Whilst I put these away. Deck 2. Okay. Iman, if you're still there, Spirit is saying to me as I'm putting these away, remember on last week's Instagram, not the one I did this week or, on Friday, but the one before where I read out those stories, okay, the success stories there. All of those people had nothing to lose but using their imagination to prove that their thoughts create. It doesn't cost you anything, Spirit is saying. It's always the story you're telling yourself and what you're believing in, assuming to be true, or expecting and reacting to. The old story, unwanted versions. So you have to observe your thoughts. That your thoughts do not control you. You control them. You see them come in. You don't need to judge. You just see that dominantly through the day, where are your thoughts when you think about him or yourself in that relationship? Good enough and worthy enough? He's an arse? Where do you go dominantly? And if you're finding that throughout the day you're dominantly not aligned with what you want, that's where you have to flip them to where you want. You have to fight those hostile thoughts. Okay? That's all it is. Your dominant thoughts are what's being reflected back. And when 3D hasn't changed yet, it's not because, it either is because you're in the old story and unwanted versions more than you're in the it's inevitable, it's a done deal. Who you're identifying as. Okay? Or that it's coming. Just allow it to come in. Stop looking for it. Every time you're looking for it, you're telling yourself you don't have it. Remember Abdullah telling Neville, how can you keep talking about going to Barbados? You went to Barbados and you had a lovely time, basically. Before he'd gone. Because he had to give it to himself first. And then the 3D will reflect it back. Nothing is done in 3D. Right. Got to continue my thoughts now. Right. Number 2. Okay. Addison and Vinca, if you can start to just check if anybody is wanting a reading before I go, because I must come off soon. See, mine's upside down there. Oh, okay. So for you, KP, here, we've got these 3 cards saying, fight those thoughts off. Okay, swords, your thoughts, fight them off. You get so close to getting what you want, but then your thoughts come in and pin you back down again. Oh no, what if this and what if that and blah, blah, blah. Okay, this card for me always shows that she's close. She's got her clothes, she's all dressed up, she's got all the love there. She's got a handbag, she's on her way out the door. You've got the fire of passion, what she's passionate about, but then her thoughts come in and pin her down and oh no, what if? So you keep getting close to what you want, but then your thoughts come back in and you've got to fight them off, okay? Because you're only keeping yourself shut out in the cold. What you want is right there. Don't take things at face value. We're not looking at 3D for anything. We're not checking our phones. You'll know when he's texted you with the news that you're wanting. Okay, you will see the movement in 3D. It will appear to you, but if you keep looking at it, you're in this lack energy. Spirit is saying you're just there, looking, waiting. It's a done deal. Not waiting as in I'm waiting for it, my life is on hold until I get it, hurry up. It's I'm going about my daily business knowing that it's inevitable, it's a done deal. Nobody touches what's mine. Okay? So he's saying to you here, please stop overthinking, it's not helping. Trust in what your heart feels and take a leap of faith. And here, with him rocking in his emotions, which he is, but when you're emotional, then it's making him all over the place, okay? And he says, you are amazing and perfect for me, but am I who you want? I feel you deserve more. So there's a little bit of insecurity on his part as well, because of how you're seeing him. So here, Spirit is saying, come out, get your emotions balanced, your sacral chakra, your emotions, giving yourself, you're the prize, you're number one, you're everything beautiful, amazing and perfect to him. Okay, we're not going to look in the cupboard and see it empty. We're not going to start putting ourselves down and looking at what we don't have. There's no food in this cupboard. No, the cupboard is full of food. Okay, you could close your eyes and imagine that it's full of food. You're going to give out that loving energy. You're going to stay balanced. You're not going to look at all the differences or compare yourself with anything in 3D. You're going to fight those off. And again, you are going to stay balanced. You're looking at this water vessel as half full or half empty. Optimistic, pessimistic. Are you looking at what you don't have, the empty cupboard? Or are you looking at what you can have as if you already have it? And here, Spirit is telling you, take action in your thoughts. The positives outweighing the negatives. You're in your beautiful garden. Look at this. There's just more land out there. There's no flowers out there. It's bleak. But this girl is longing to be over here when in this garden is everything she wants in your imagination. Stop looking outside yourself for it. There is movement. There's always movement. He will come forward. Okay. Change is coming. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitments. Getting the messages you want. You've got the skills for the two of you to be together. And you're writing your destiny. You're writing your destiny. You're writing what your future is. You're joining the dots. What picture are you creating? So remember, you're the queen of your realm. The buck stops with you, as it says in the book. You're the power over your realm. Release what's not serving you and stay in your imagination. Peace within yourself. Closed eyes. In your quantum bubble. Okay, so that it comes into your physical realm. So if you have started to wobble a little bit, okay, again, if you're thinking about any third parties, sorry, imagine somebody showing you a picture or whatever, or you think of a woman or whatever. No, sorry, not seen that person before, don't know who that is. There's nobody like that in my reality. Nobody exists like that in my reality or in my SP's life. Because I'm his wife. Good, good, good. But this might be coming out because you might start to have a little wobble coming up. Okay? If you do, it's just there to remind you, we get back out of it again. We come back to ourselves. We come back into our own inner peace, remember. Okay? Releasing what isn't serving us. But it is, you know, he'll be back. He'll be back. He'll be back. Things, there's change. There is movement. Okay, he will be back. So don't, you know, it's inevitable. If you start to doubt, no, it's inevitable. Nobody touches what's mine. Nobody has what's mine. I'm all he loves. I'm all he's ever loved. He's only ever wanted me. He's only got eyes for me. Okay? He's reliable. He's totally committed to me. He's my soulmate, if you want to label it as that. And again, it's going to turn up in an unexpected way. So remember, you're feeling it as if you are KP in the relationship already. And how do I feel? Okay, again, I like to imagine throughout the day that somebody's coming up to me with a microphone. So how do you feel that you've got this or that? Or, okay, now that you've got all the money in your bank account and you never have to worry about money again. Oh, I'm so relieved. It's so amazing. I can do what I like, go where I like, have what I like. Okay? Yeah. You know, in that energy as well. That's him showing up. But when he does, we don't react. You know, if it's not quite everything you want to hear or singing and dancing, doesn't mean it's not going to happen. You don't, you know, if it's not what you wanted to hear or whatever, you know, you're not second best. So if he turned up and he's like, oh, well, well, you know, when you decide, love, because I'm first best, basically. Okay? Always tell the story, change the story within. That's instant revision. Somebody can be telling you no to your face or whatever. For any of you listening, okay, whatever is coming out of somebody's mouth, you can revise it. Oh, I'm sorry, they're obviously telling me how much they love me and that, of course, my loan went through, or of course I've got that promotion or whatever, okay? And as Neville said, always go to the end. How would I feel if I've already got my desired outcome? What would I be doing? What would I be thinking? How would I be feeling? That's where you start. You don't start messing with the middle. How is it going to happen? When's it going to happen? And you're not going to go over all the old story, over all the ifs and the whys and the buts, and this is the circumstances. It doesn't matter. You go to the end and you try to stay in the end as if you've already got it. Okay. Perfect. Right, I haven't seen any more payments. So I hope that the readings, for those of you who had readings, have helped you. Remember, you can have what you want. It's only the story you're telling yourselves, what you're expecting, what you're believing, and what you're assuming, and what you keep reacting to. So we can change our circumstances to whatever story we want to be seeing that's going to make us happy. It's when you get impatient and keep looking for it that you're not staying in the desired outcome, because if you had it, you wouldn't be looking for it. Okay, thank you, Addison. Thank you, Vinka, for helping out today and moderating. Your superstars. And I will leave this with you. Love and light.